I have to remember my login now. Hello, everyone. If you're in the chat, still got a little bit to set up here. Just got to get the game going and do a couple of things, but should not be too long. In the meantime, if you want to say hey in chat or if you got any questions, let me know. But yeah, I just need to log into. Oh, maybe it has remembered my login. No, it hasn't. I'm a little bit worried about how slow the internet is going, but I think we'll make do. The Fiend Bray Wyatt. Wow. How are you? I do not care who wins because I'm an Anaheim Ducks fan. I'll give you one moment. One moment. I'll have to go rifling. I just got that boy about 2 days ago, I think. Bray Wyatt. I reckon that's one of my favorite jerseys. It's weird saying Bray Wyatt because I know you're not Bray Wyatt, but it's an odd situation. But it should be a good game. Oh yeah, I'm happy with it, Chelsea. I'm pretty happy with that jersey. I don't think it gets too much better than that. Guys, I'm answering questions with hockey and obviously ready to have a chat. So yeah, always keen. If you haven't subscribed and you're early, hit that sub button. It really does help us out. Otherwise, if you I think throws it up in the algorithm some more. I could see someone liked the video, so thank you to whoever just did that. Talking about Black Lives Matter at the moment. Seems crazy that they were having a 2 likes. Thank you. Who else liked the video? I do appreciate it. It's been rough though being a Ducks fan. My team isn't so good. Yeah, I know. I think there's some stuff in the horizon. I'm kind of I'm doing a video on like a recap of every team's season and getting through like where I think they'll be before free agency, and then I'll probably make one after free agency and draft as well for every team. And like I feel like it's not going to be a long transition for the Ducks, if that makes sense. Next year's going to suck. I'm sorry, but I think they're not like terribly far away. Cool. We need to have some national anthems because that's what we do. Made the playoffs last year and we got swept by San Jose. Yeah, I think that was sometimes like you don't want to be like the one thing I will say is at least like you're not good enough to just make the playoffs and lose in the first round every year, because you don't want to be like the Minnesota Wild, which have just like perennially done that for the last like 10 years and just not picked up anything through the draft. But I think like there's some stuff there. Floating up your team's cap friendly. I get where you guys are picking this year. The draft is really good, so there's definitely some good draft pieces. Just try to think where you'd be picking. Land of the free and the home of the brave. Isn't it? It's so sad that I'm an Australian and I know both the American and the Canadian national anthem, just because I watch so much hockey. Oh yeah, so you got 2 first this year. That's right. That's why I thought it was a bit weird. Oh, it's Buble. Is he Canadian? Yeah, I mean, you understand. Yeah, well, I mean, that's it. But like, you're starting to get to the point where like that was 15 years ago, if that makes sense. And like, as a Fed, you're like, oh, I could kind of want another one. At that 20-year mark, you're like, come on, let's get another one going. I mean, that was a good. No, wait, was it 2006? Yeah, it was. Or was it? I'm blanking. Yeah, it must have been 2006, not 2007. Oh, yeah, you got the 6th pick this year. Which, yeah, I mean, you'll get a really good player in that. Like, Drysdale might fall to there, in which case you get a great player. But yeah, if you're picking in the top 10, you pretty much get an NHL player. Thank you to who else liked the video. Like I said, it really does help us out. And if you haven't subbed to, that obviously helps as well. There we go. The national anthems are now done. So we are away. No, they haven't. They've kind of woken up. I still don't think they're good enough to go all the way. And I mean, when they won the cup, there was a slight foot in that crease. It could be a Vancouver fan. Yet to see one. Yet to see one. Yeah, I think the Ducks will be able to turn it around. Like, they're starting to get rid of their aging contracts and get younger. And I think the other thing is they don't have like any super horrendous deals outside of maybe Cam Fowler. Just and like that could be horrendous towards the end of the deal. But yeah, I mean, John Gibson kind of went back this year, didn't he? All right, we got puck drop. Man, Ryan Reeves just he's just a dude you don't want to get on the bad side of. He looks threatening. He just looks like a threatening dude. I don't know if it's the facial hair. I don't know how he gets it, but yeah. Yeah, here we go. So we're in for a ripper game here. We're in for a real good game. Buffalo's still upset. Yeah. Well, in fairness, like they haven't had exactly much to cheer about in the last 10 years. So you start to nitpick at times that got away. Yeah, Buffalo's that's an unlucky one. I just don't get why they're playing Beagle so far up in the lineup right now. And Sutter's now a winger. Like, I don't know what this Vancouver team's doing sometimes. But anyway. I mean, Vancouver must have the most expensive bottom 6. Oh, they're moving. They're getting going. Oh, is it? Like all of our sports in Australia outside of the main leagues aren't playing at all. So for our football, like the feeder leagues or the VFL or the we call it the TAC Cup, but pretty much it's the version of college. Like, that's not happening at all. How are they doing that with the state? Because isn't some states still like in lockdown and stuff, or because we still have we have one state here in lockdown. We don't have as many states, but so here's a trip. Jonathan Marshall show. Yeah, you go walk to shame. Actually, I like Johnny. Oh, that's a Yeah, I get Marshall So being a little bit grumpy at that one. Here we go. Vancouver power play. Brought to you by Kit Kat Chunky. Now 20% chunkier. God, I love these ads. Oh, Patterson. This is the player you don't want to give space. He is on fire. I think he's on like 15 or 16 points this playoff. Cycling around pretty well. Zero Austin Pevy 7. I don't know what any of that is. I know where Central Arkansas is, but outside of that, I'm assuming that's the team you go for, or the one you look at. I don't get why college football's so big. I've never understood that. I mean, obviously it is. It's just it's so unique to America that like a college sport is so huge. I guess then again, you got junior hockey as well. That gets a fair bit of fans. But oh wow, that was really close for being a Vegas shorthander. Real good chance. Really good chance. Oh, that was a bad pass. Who the hell was that? Vatanen should have put that on Bess's stick. That would have been a goal, I reckon. Would have been a good scoring chance at least. Austin. Oh, right. So is that the score? Austin Pevy. Okay, I'll go look them up in a sec. When there's a break, I'll go look them up. I'm curious. I mean, I'll only be able to tell you whether I like their logo or their jersey, but I mean, come on, you know. All right, Vancouver kill off the power play. 16:25 to go in the first. Still 0-0. As yeah, Vegas probably had the better scoring chance. Oh, that's offside. That's so off. Oh my god. Vegas is just unbelievably offside there. Yeah, now who was that? Oh no, it was Patterson. I guess they did have one good chance. I just missed it. All right, let's Austin Peavy. Let's take a look. Thanks for being here, but Faint. It kind of helps out at the start of a stream when all right. American college football. Here we go. Austin Peavy Governors? Is it the Governors? Oh, there we go. Tux just put it in. It's 1-0. Just as I look at that, if that's what the logo is for Peavy, wow, Tuck. Oh no, wait, no, I had it wrong. No, Peavy. There isn't a Peavy. There's a pay. Great work by Tuck. Just a great feed. Yeah, Markstrom had nothing on that. It was just a breakaway. It was a really good bouncing pass. Really, really good. Tuck's up. I mean, this is a scary team to be behind against. So I think Vancouver are going to be struggling to get back now. Because the Canucks, when the Canucks won, they had the puck, and they scored first, and they were able to dictate the game a little bit. I think they're going to struggle now that they're behind. Even in a tie game, they just don't look as comfortable, the Vancouver Canucks. That's why I wasn't too worried for Vegas. for the rest of this series, because I just feel like if it's tied, they just look like they're a bit more in control. A bit wasteful with the puck, but still going. Pretty good, Hajab. How are you? Watching some pretty good games. So much more exciting than the Islanders Flyers game. Just nothing going on there. Oh, and Vegas. Oh boy, Vegas have just gone up by 2. That is a defeated Vancouver team. That's unlike Quinn Hughes to have such a big turnover too. Wow. Oh, Pacioretty. No, that wasn't a drop pass to Pacioretty. That was a defensive poke check. Just a perfect shot, but Tanev is just screening his own goalie. What are you doing standing there, mate? You're not doing anything to help your team. I know it was a quick turnover, but yeah. No, why in the world? Guys, if you are watching, answering questions on the game, anything hockey related as well during the off times, when it gets a bit quiet. If you do like this video, it does help it out. I think it puts it higher in the rankings. And if you hit subscribe, that just helps out the channel. And you get to watch it when it goes there. I just see someone else like the video, so thank you so much for that. Whoever that was, unfortunately, it doesn't tell me who that is. If you subscribe as well, just let me know in the chat so I can personally thank you, because, again, it doesn't tell me. But yeah, all Vegas early. Again, it just doesn't... Unless Vancouver get the lead, they do not look comfortable. It's also what Vegas team rocks up. I mean, that's been a bit of a 50-50. That was me. Oh, thank you so much. Thanks, bud. We've actually got some sun in Canberra today. It has been a very cold winter here, so I'm a bit excited. After this, I'm definitely going to go for a walk. Get outside. Go to the gym, maybe. Oh, I got another like, I think. So thank you, whoever that was. Which team? I'm actually a Penguins fan, but I've got pretty much. I do a lot of news videos, so I'm repping the Canucks at the moment. But this is just more a good series to watch. But yeah, I pretty much got by the end of in a couple of weeks, I'll have every team's jersey. Sidim. So yeah, because I do a lot of news videos and stuff like that for every team, and then I just live stream the games as well. You should try put the score and time up on the screen. That is something I would love to be able to do, and I've reached out to do something on those lines. But I need an API integration to be able to do that, and they're very... What's the word? Very... defensive about giving those out. They don't give them out like candy. So yeah, but that's something I definitely want to do. It's a good idea, Roy, and it's something I think is important. Australia actually. But I've been a massive ice hockey fan for like 25 years now. So yeah, we've got a podcast that's been going for a few years, and then I started the YouTube stuff about 2 months ago, and been slowly growing it all. But yeah, I think we'll be able to. I want to get an API integration. An API is just it's just pretty much a link, so you can get a direct feed. And so that will live in the corner, and then when someone scores, it'll run it off a small delay, but it'll let you know who scores and gets the assist when they just score, and it'll keep it up for a bit. But yeah, I'm from Somalia, but I live in Finland. There you go. That's a trek. That's not a short journey. Also freezing. You must have died when you first went to Finland. That first one would have been rough. I remember I went from Cairns, which is the top of Australia, to which is just warm. It's close to the equator, so it's just warm all year round. Like I remember we just didn't have any jumpers or jackets, and then I moved to Canberra and it was like -8 the first morning, and we were just like, just the whole family was just like, oh my god, this is. So you must have just died. Like you just. Plus, did the whole the long days in summer and short days in winter, did that play up with you at all? Because it always throws me out of whack whenever I go to Europe. And they've definitely got to play with the tuck line to spring tuck. Just myself and my partner. Thankfully, not many. Not a big share house person. So this is the second bedroom of the apartment. And that's where all the hockey jerseys live. Oh, here we go. Vancouver's away here. Mott's got a breakaway, and he can't bury it on the rebound. Gets a really good shot. Rebound. Lena puts it on the grounds. Mott just can't pick up that rebound. It was open. It was open. Oof. Markstrom looks out of sorts. I'm assuming that was the chance that you were talking about. I just feel like Markstrom just looks a little bit lost. A little duckling that's lost his mum. Just panicking a little bit. Guys, I know I keep saying it, but if you haven't subscribed, if you do subscribe, it does help us out significantly. You have no idea. And if you like the video too, it puts it higher in the algorithm-y thing. Do you play organized hockey? Yeah, I used to play at a very high level. I used to play at state level. Yeah, and I used to play a game called floorball at the state level as well, which is like indoor hockey, I guess. But yeah, like there's plenty of like Aussie hockey fans. Back in the old GM connected NHL EA games, when you could have that, we had a full league of just Australians, 30 teams. We've got a group chat with a few people. Oh, thanks, Roy. I do appreciate it, bud. It doesn't let me know if you subscribe, which sucks compared to everything else. I can see it has gone up one, so I do appreciate it very much. You have no idea, like it is. It's big, mate. But yeah, there's a few fans in Canberra. There's a lot of Vancouver jerseys that sort of float around before the games. So like this today, I saw a few Vancouver jerseys running around. So where I live, there's obviously a couple of Vancouver fans. We get a lot of international diplomats and stuff because it's a politics town. So yeah, I'm surprised you don't see any Ottawa stuff here because you think government town, right? You'd see more Ottawa stuff, but yeah, I used to play organized hockey at a pretty high level. I'm getting a bit older now, so I'm focusing on cricket, and then I'll get back into social leagues when I think I can. I really struggle to play hockey socially. I'm one of those tryhards that just everything's game 7. Ooh. A slashing call. Okay. Who got the slash? Marshall Show's going back, even though it went there. Made Bruin fans down. Are you asking? Yeah, I'd say that would be another team that gets a few. There's more of them in Perth, I would say. That's where I used to live. In Perth, it was Bruins and Flyers everywhere, and here it's a lot of the Canadian teams get a lot of love. I actually don't. Outside of the Blackhawks, I didn't see many jerseys of the American teams here. I got a Sagan jersey back there. Which I do for the Boston videos. So which Boston are a pretty big news team. So I kind of end up doing a video of them at least once a week. I'm assuming you're a Bruins fan. Oh, Riley Smith, one of the most underrated players in the league right now. Oh, it's going to be a 5-on-3 for a minute 18 for the Vancouver Canucks. Master Show went to the bench, and then there was a high stick. And it was Riley Smith. Oh, I just praised you, Riley Smith. What are you doing to me? Oh, yeah. He knew straight away, too. He was like, oh, just damn it. No, we it doesn't work quite like that in Australia. So thankfully where I've lived, there's been a few rinks. So each rink has about 8 teams, roughly. If you're in high school, you're pretty much playing adult hockey if you're good enough. There's a real gap there. Like if you're pretty much 14, 15, I've been a Bruins fan for 45 years. Yeah, there you go. 45 years. Yeah, there you go. So I've been a Pens fan I'm coming up to 30 years now. Still got 3 more to get to 30. Got my first jersey when I was 7. But yeah, no, just because there's not much of a high school thing. Field hockey's bigger here. Oh, massive save by Leonard. That was unbelievable. Horvat just got robbed. That was a shot from the slot. Oh, I think that was fluke, but I mean, massive. 30 seconds. They've got to score on this. Oh, Toffoli missed it. Wow, Lena, unbelievable. Just Rob Patterson. Oh, do we have one? We trade them all away. I don't think there's anyone. I don't think there's anyone outside of a surprise that might come into training camp. Oh, there's one actually. There's one still in the God, what's his name? Man, my mind is just blank this morning. The first period break, I'll get something to eat very quickly. Oh wow. Another rebound in front, and there's a bit of brouhaha. White Cloud is just getting in there. JT Miller's not happy. I love a bit of brouhaha. Our best prospect would be I don't know how to say it. It's Laguerre, or I think it's Laguerre. Nathan Laguerre. And after that, it's a whole lot of And I follow it. Like I've been making prospect videos to come out during the off season. Yeah, but so my dad. The reason why I got into hockey was because Saturday morning. See you later. Thanks, Hajab, for coming in and liking video. It really does help us out and push it up. I do appreciate it. Yeah, so my dad and my mum work night shifts. My mum was an on-call vet, and my dad worked in the military. So a lot of Saturday mornings, I couldn't watch TV with volume. So, and the only sport that was on in Australia was ice hockey. and I can't watch cartoons, right? So I watch this. So my favorite players were Lemonix and Jaeger. They were my two favorite players because they were just so good. And then I watched a game with commentary about a year later, and then found out their name was Lemieux and Yaga. Yeah, penalties are done, so they killed him off. I mean, that was just Lena being unbelievable. Oh, there might be a goal here. Oof. No, Lena stopped it. But yeah, so that was me. First game I watched, Peter Nedved got into a fight. I found the game. That I first watched because I was curious and I watched it and I was like, oh my god. But yeah, we only got 2 games in Australia every week. It was funny because I'd have to buy a magazine because this is obviously before the internet, so I'd have to buy a magazine to see how the season was going, and like we would get the magazine a month on delay. So like I'd find out who the Stanley Cup champion was in like August, like the end of August. I'd find out who won the Stanley Cup every year. But yeah, we had a good news agent that would order it in just because I asked, and they would order one copy in from Lord knows where, and because my old man used to buy the newspaper there every day. So, but yeah. Yeah, I started playing when I was about 8 or 9. Because I'm left-handed and field hockey, you have to play right. So that did not work out well. All right, so still 2-0. Vegas look like they have that. I played hockey versus Tom Barrasso. Really? Really? That's pretty unbelievable. Man, that dude would have been, I think, in real life, just a loose dude. That would have done whatever he wanted. I just get the impression that guy's a bit of a party animal growing up, but that was pretty cool. Everyone always that. I played against Nathan Walker, who was the Australian that came up for he hadn't played a handful of games, but wow. So so Markstrom's let in 2 goals off 4 shots, and Leonard's stopped 14 from 14. I don't think either of the two goals were Leonard's fault necessarily, although you'd love a good save. And Vegas now going on the power play. They can make this 3-0 now. That would have been pretty good. I'm assuming he was the goalie then when you played against him. What team did you play for when you played against him? Oh, yeah, it's a massive slash. What's he complaining about? He, slashed him in the hip. I love it when they have a whinge. And then they, see it in slow mo. It's like, what are you... It's not like you fell over or anything. Like... two-handed him in the hip. All right. Here we go. Stone just looks a bit out of sorts thus far. And it's going on icing. Yeah. Guys, answering questions about teams or anything to keep the discussion going. So ask away anything about this game, teams in general, me. If you like this video, that does help us out. Obviously, help the video go up, and subscribe if you do like this, because that really does help us out the most. Help. I'm assuming that's help, Leanne. if you're a Vancouver fan, I don't think there's much help to come. Oh, hello. I was like, is something going on in your house? You're currently in a wardrobe, in a closet, just like, help, there's someone in my house. I'll find the first live stream that I can find right now. Yeah, man. Yeah, I've been a few times, Jess. Sorry for saying man. I thought you had the same color as Roy, so in the thing. Yeah, I've seen a bunch of games. I've gone to the States and Canada a few times, but I went to Mellon Arena, Nassau Coliseum are probably some of the better ones I've gone to. I played Walpole High School, and Tom played for Acton, Boxborough High School. Walpole High School, there you go. Bob Sweeney played for the same team as... Oh, there you go! There you go. Well, hello, Leanne. I'm glad that you're not currently, your life's in danger. You need us to call 911 for you. It's triple O in Australia, so there you go. But yeah, I've seen a few games in person, fair few games. How are you going anyway, Leanne? It's 6:15 to go, 12 seconds to go on the power play, 2-0. It's time. What do you mean by it's time? Do this with every hockey live streamer. Okay. if this next thing's like horrendously racist things, then I just delete it, because this is usually a lineup for an insightful question or it's just something real messed up. Questions, okay. Yep, go for it. I'm answering questions, obviously, so hockey questions, perfect. In 1954, where do you think the draft went wrong for the Red Wings? Well, first off, they didn't have the draft back then. No, that was obviously not Leanne's question, for those of you who are watching. 5:35 to go in the game. If you do hit subscribe, guys, that really does help us out. Just let me know if you do it in the chat so I can thank you in person. Who do you think is better, Ehlers or Nylander? Ehlers. Yeah. I prefer... I just feel like Ehlers is more consistent. I notice him more in the games when I watch him. I think the upside's more for Nylander, but I just find he goes missing a lot. Is that a good... Yeah, I don't know. I could be being a bit harsh on Nylander. I don't think he's the problem in Toronto. I think they've got other problems than him, but I'm not one of those. Oh, you don't agree? Okay. Hit me. Let's get up the stats. Let's have a look here. Let's get it up. Let's do this properly. Oh my god. What is Eli's Danlos syndrome? Is Eli's Danlos syndrome painful? Oh my god. Doesn't sound like fun at all. Ehlers might need to change his name. It's apparently some medical syndrome in the stomach. I'm now starting to think Nylander might be better, because his name isn't. Let's take a look. Why do you disagree? Why do you disagree with what I said? Yeah, I did think like off the cuff. Yeah, he's had some pretty good seasons. Yeah, he's always around a 25 goal scorer 25, 29, 21, 25. And I've got a good old Willie Nylander. Obviously, they do other things than score goals, but if you go to Willie, I think he's amazing, but is good, but isn't a great player to the team. He's all right with Lane, but interesting. See, I disagree with that because I think Nylander is always better when he's not with Tavares. I think Tavares and him get in each other's way a little bit in the sense that they both want the puck. Reminds me a lot of Kessel in Penguins in Pittsburgh, where they just couldn't put Kessel on the same line as Malkin because they both wanted the puck. But I would say that they were the two strongest forwards was Nylander and Tavares. I noticed them the most throughout that entire series against the Blue Jackets. So maybe I mean they were starting to come into their own. I mean they were just unlucky they didn't score as much as they did. They got so many chances. I mean the problem was that Toronto their other lines weren't getting high end scoring chances. So when Tavares did, it got saved, and then everyone went, "Oh, well, that's it. That's the game, right?" Next question. 4 minutes to go. Still 2-0. 6 shots to Vegas, 15 to Vancouver. They obviously had some power plays. But yeah, story that I don't know what the story is of this game yet. I wouldn't say those goals were Markstrom's fault. You'd like him to save that first one, but it was a breakaway. They clearly scouted that play. I need this period to end because I need to pee. Like that buzzer is going to go, and I'm just going to chuff out. But next question. Keen for this, Leon. That's actually pretty funny. I had a text from one of my mates that involves F1s. Pietrangelo, sorry, I don't know how to spell it. Yeah, spell the guy's name. But if he goes to free agency, who do you think will pick him up? Oh, that's because I think he would have been after Yossi money before all this happened. Now I think he's more at the 8 to 9 instead of the 9.5 hit. I'm actually been making a video on this, so you're going to get the inside scoop of that. It's really tough because I think there's a few teams that are definitely going to have a good look at him. It's just dependent on him. He wants to stay in St. Louis. Like everything that he said thus far is that he'd rather stay in St. Louis, which means I don't think he wants to test free agency. If he gets to free agency, he's definitely leaving because that means that him and the Jets haven't been able to work things out. If I'm to like throw out something, I think Minnesota maybe if they can fit him under the cap, just because obviously with the whole Bufflin stuff, that I think the Jets will have a pretty big offer for him. You got to look at teams that want to win now. The Rangers is one that I was looking at as well because I think that they're with obviously their luck in the draft. I think they're thinking that they're better, so that there's a team that could definitely use with their young decor a strong defensive presence. But I think I think they'll happily pay $9 million for him, but they won't if it's for a fair chunk of years. So that might take the Rangers out of it. I just don't think the Oilers will go the aging core. I don't think Buffalo will do it. It's a bit hard to say because I think some teams are going to do some wacky stuff this offseason. But yeah, the Rangers might be one. The Rangers might be one that I think people are sleeping on. Yeah, I think Jets, Rangers, and Wild are the three teams that are gonna give him a good offer. I don't think the Rangers will get there with term, but those would be my three. I don't think Toronto's able to do it. They have to get rid of too much cap because that's the constant thing that comes up, right? Yeah, exactly it. I think the Rangers need a good demon. They've got some good young talent coming up, but they definitely need a bit more time. Um, yeah, that's where I would go. Yeah, exactly it. And the Rangers looks like the rumors are that Lundqvist is out. No, it was only like 3 mil cap space. It wasn't 5. I know I'm a Penguins fan. We just gave up another one. God. No, it was like 3.3. I want to say it was that. I'll double check for you, but yeah, because they've got 7 mil in cap space next year, and they've still got. I mean, they've still got CC to re-sign. Leanne. I couldn't help myself. Oh, don't apologize. It's fine. It's hard to remember all those numbers. Yeah, I can't see. I'm looking at this roster. I just can't see how the Leafs can fit him in. Oh, Stevenson just lost the puck with 20 seconds to go out in front. Real good chance to get a good shot on. He's too much. Yeah, well, he's definitely not getting 4 anymore. Yeah, but those are my 3. That's a good question, but thanks for asking that. Keeps these streams going. If you have, I'm just about to duck off to the bathroom. I'll literally be 1 minute. I'm going to fill up my water bottle and go to the bathroom, not at the same time, in 2 separate things. A washing of the hands will occur. Yeah, definitely ask the question when I come back. If you have enjoyed this, guys, thus far, hit the subscribe button. It really does help out the channel and keep us, and obviously keep the motivation levels up and keeps everything going. We're on 163 now, and like the video as well. It moves it up in the algorithm. I don't know every YouTuber says it, but I mean they say it for a reason, right? Ask the question. I'll be right back, and then I'm happy to answer it. It is 2-0 at the end of the first between the Vancouver Canucks and the Vegas Golden Knights. Yeah, 1 moment. Okay. All right. Let's go through. Thanks for the chat. Oh, thank you to whoever just liked the video as well. I do appreciate it. I wish YouTube would tell me who did that. But of course they don't. Because that would be too hard for a multi-billion-dollar company to build something like that. Okay, could be the point where the Penguins hit the restart button. Definitely is not the point. They've just traded away their first-round pick, which indicated to me that as long as Crosby and Malkin are in this team, that they are not going to hit the restart button, unfortunately. Who is your number one choice to win the? This is also hoping with Roy that they hit the restart button. Yeah. As a Pens fan, I don't think that's happening. It's not within this team's. You don't trade away your first in a good draft that you could get a good player that won't be able to play for the next 2 seasons. So yeah, and they don't have next year's first either because they've given that to the Wild. So they better make the playoffs. Who is your number one choice to win the Cup? I'm going to say Vegas Golden Knights. I know everyone's kind of been saying that, but I think they've got the most depth and they have the lineup that I like that can win the Cup. I just like the fact that you can go from Leonard to Fleury. It's very reminiscent of the Penguins Cups where they had 2 goalies at all times to be able to go back to. Even Crawford and Darling, like with the Lightning, with the Blackhawks. Well, they're down in this game. I would love that. Like I've loved watching the Canucks. It's kind of why I'm repping the jersey because they've kind of been the best story thus far. As I've live streamed a fair few of these games, and they seem to be the Vancouver games because they're on a bit later. I just don't think they look comfortable unless they've got the. No, that's fine, Leanne. Thank you for stopping by and asking questions. Keep everything going. If you did enjoy it, you can hit the sub button. That does help us out. Otherwise, yeah, thanks for stopping by. Got my water. Oh, thank you. Well, I appreciate it. Oh, okay. Well, I apologize because I did think that, but that's all right. So they're currently saying that the game is all because of Lena. I mean, oh, right. Well, that makes sense. Anders win the cup, Barry Trotz. Yeah, look, that's kind of where I'm leaning in the East. I think the team that could beat the Islanders in the East is Boston. I don't think they're getting past the Lightning currently. That they're down 3-1. I don't like that matchup for the Lightning. If Islanders beat the Flyers, that is. But yeah, I don't like that matchup for them. So I do think that they're going to go deep here if they can keep playing that. That's the thing. It's how long can they keep playing a perfect system? Because it really is. Like I watched that game and you are kind of in awe, especially as a Penguins fan, that you just never see. You never see a system be played out for more than 3 minutes. I am in awe that they can stick to an entire system for a whole game with no faults. Like it's pretty unreal. I know it's a bit boring, but screw it. If you're an Islander fan, then stuff it. It's exciting when Lee gets a goal out in front of the net. It's still exciting for them. They don't need to apologize to anyone. Yeah, they're going through the power play issues and stuff at the moment. The Sportsnet. Kevin BX. I love Kevin BX giving shooting advice. Guy must have scored like 4 goals total. He did get that one weird goal for Vancouver when it came off the stanchion for San Jose in overtime. Ah, there you go. Thanks, Caden. Oh. It's weird seeing old mate without the giant beard. Thank you very much, Caden. I really do appreciate it. You have no idea. Hasn't updated yet, but I'm sure it will once it does. Islanders play hockey like Devils in 95. Yep. Yeah, there's been a few people that have said 95. Love Cat. Yeah, so do I. I don't mind him. It's just every now and then when he's like talking about shooting and getting he's just like, really? You? Sure. I mean, he can be an analyst, right? Like, it's different. I actually don't mind him. I think he's good, better than the old crusties that are just like, well, you need to punch him in the face because, you know, he was mean. And that seems to be their answer to everything. Plus, he has wicked hair. Look at that hair, and I'm just like, oh. Oh. All right. Well, thanks, Caden, for the sub, and have a great day. Hi, Charles. How are you? Yeah, I'm up to 164, so I do appreciate that, Caden. Hey, if you do sub, just let me know in the chat if you like, so I can shout you out and say thank you. Just because it doesn't tell you, of course. Unlike every other streaming platform. I gotta take it down. Lol, JK. Okay. How you going, Charles? But yeah, the Island, it's slightly more exciting than the Devils in the 90s, the Islanders right now. But it is very, it's definitely shades of them, isn't it? But I think the other crazy thing is it's not like Hockey Hall of Fame defenders and a Hockey Hall of Fame goalie, is it? Like it is purely just an amazing system, and getting goals from people like Andy Green and Matt Martin, like timely goals. It is the craziest thing that we're witnessing with the Islanders right now. Oh, it's Brian Burke. Yeah, I don't mind Brian Burke. Out of all the old crusties, I feel like he's the one that's kind of come into his own this year as a commentator. So like Milbury or something. If you heard of Mike Milbury, yeah, of course I've heard from Mike Milbury. Went to the stands and beat a fan with a shoe. Never forget. He's also one of the worst GMs ever, like just ever. And obviously his comments the other day got him to pack his bags and get the hell out of that bubble. But yeah, I think my favorite thing is that he just took some dude's shoe off and then beat him with it. Oh. Just hockey history is just the most bizarre thing in the world. I remember I read that in a book like, oh man, it must have been 8 years ago. And I was like, is there video footage of this? And I looked it up. And yeah, this is just Milbury just trundling on through, picking up a shoe and then just hitting some dude with it. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, think of the Blues last year, right? I think Lena might be that thus far this year. I mean, he's the reason why this game's 2-0. I was still in the second intermission, so the first intermission, not the second. The whole period has not happened since then. I did like that Ehlers Nylander question. Wow, they both have very similar stats. He's definitely a knucklehead. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think it was because I can't remember where I heard this, and I was like, you know what? That's pretty much bang on. It might have been Puck Soup. It does have shades of Greg Wyshynski. I kind of had like podcasts and radios going on. Yeah, 90, yeah, 90, that was in the 1977. Yeah, Madison Square Garden. I wish that guy came forward and was like, I was the dude that got beaten by Milbury. I really wish that dude wrote a book. Because the guy that jumped into the penalty box and started a fight with Ty Domi, you can like go on a hockey tour with that dude. Like he full. At least I know you used to be able to. I don't know whether he's still doing it or not, but yeah, like as of a few years ago, there was like a tour that you could book him out and get him to go. That's another iconic moment. Is that, and that's what I think. Like hockey's the weirdest. Like you just have all these things that pop up. But yeah, like I think I want to say it was Greg Wyshynski that said this, and I was like, you know what, it sums it up pretty well. Milbury was better on commentary, and then Eddie Olchuk got cancer and had to go away. So then, obviously to get treatment, and then that meant Milbury had to take a bit more of a prominent role, and he couldn't just be the guy that went there and just gave the 2 cents of old school hockey. And had to sort of be relied on to talk more. And then that's when things went downhill. And yeah. But yeah, just not smart. There's Edler. Edler's chatting now. He's got the mic on. Yeah. I remember... and I was like, you know what? That's pretty well right. Because I didn't used to hate him till a few years ago. Rumor about no one shouts in and allowing 31 team rosters instead. Oh, it's going to be... if they can't get fans, AHL won't start. It's not. I looked into the viability of the businesses and... because I thought there was a video there, but then I kind of half shot it. And I was like, oh my God, this is the most boring thing in the world. But yeah, like... more than 70% of their revenue comes from Ticketgate. So they need it. They can't survive without it. Similar to a lot of the European leagues, I think Finland can play without fans, but like the DHL in Germany, for instance, they're stuck. They look like they'll start next month. No, they'll start November. But whether that happens or not, it's another story. So yeah, it's going to really affect players' development. I'm curious to see like how it affects people going forward when it comes to developing and getting these players to come up, because they're not going to get game time. They're just not, because even if they move to a 31 roster, it's going to be full of the older AHL players that are like the fringe players. It's not going to be the young star that you get halfway through the season that's going point a game in the AHL. His season's going to be really affected, and they can't go to Europe to play either. So I don't know how that's all going to work. But yeah, I don't think that they're going to start. At least they won't start with the NHL until all this stuff gets worked out. What do you think about it, Jess? Like, how do you think it's going to affect things? I just don't think it will be the young people that will play. It will be the older 27-year-olds. Yeah, Seattle. That's going to be super interesting what happens with that. If they do a 31-team roster, who makes the cut for the Pens? I'm a big fan saying too low. Oh, well, our whole podcast is pretty much the Penguins. This whole thing used to just be Penguins, and then I started branching into the other teams and stuff like that. But I'm a massive... So I talk about the other teams as not a fan, and I talk about the Penguins as a fan. So yeah. All right, well, obviously they've got deals to do. They've got things that they've got to work out this off season. All right, let's outside of the norm. Okay, so obviously I'm not going to be like, I think, you know what? I think Sidney Crosby is going to make that 31 team roster. Yeah, the big, yeah. Then again, do they have the money to? I mean, that's the thing. Like, I think the NHL will look after them. I just don't think they'll play. Um, so, like, for the Penguins, look for players like Adam Johnson will come up, Philip Verone, Aberg, who we got in the Toronto, the captain trade. Might be something there. Lindgren, again, another player that you got in the trade. Zach Trotman will come up. Scheisman will come up. If they can run 3 goalies, I wonder. I don't think it'll be DeSmith. I think it'll be Diorio that they'll bring up. Yes, outside the door. My take is that Sidney Crosby will make that roster. The period has just started. 10 shots to 16. Vancouver's way. They got a lot of those shots on the 3 power plays, including a 2-on-1 that Vegas, with the help of Robin Lehner, mostly Robin Lehner, was able to kill, and it's 2-0 Vegas. Yeah, like the Bruins be able to help theirs, but I can't see like I can't see Arizona just being like, yeah, we'll keep you going. Oh, Stasny had a great chance there. But yeah, I think and that's what I mean, Jets, when I say like you'll see the older ones go up there. It's not going to be like a year where I'm trying to think of a good example of a player that's come up and done, like Gensel. Gensel's a prime example of a player that was doing well in the A and went up. He won't be in that. Like, not that there's a player like that in this lineup right now. It's just this. Outside of Laguerre, there is ain't much in this prospect closet anymore. And they have to make the playoffs next year because that they've given away next year's first round pick. So ooh, good little shot chance. Good pace. Vegas setting the pace again. Vancouver just doesn't, unless they have the lead, they just don't look comfortable. And I feel like Markstrom looks off this game. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, where is? Yeah, there he is. Yeah, Bellery. Yeah, he. He had a good year last year in the year before in the W. He's just not there in the AHL yet. I really think that car accident, ever since he came back from that, he wasn't quite it. Thank you to whoever liked the video, by the way. I do appreciate it. If you are enjoying it, guys, you can hit the sub button. Trust me, it really does help us out. We're up to 164 now. I think we're at 0 like 2 months ago, so it's pretty good. Oh, here we go. Stevenson doing what he can. This the lower lines of Vegas still push the tempo. A lot. I don't think they'll have a 30-man roster. I think the way that it will work is that the salaries of the players playing count, if that makes sense. Or they won't count like the new players that are coming up. Because they're all going to be on AHL deals anyway, right? Like, it's not going to matter too much. Thoughts on the Islanders? Really love them. Really love them. We were just talking about it before. I actually think they're going to be, if Boston doesn't make it to the final, the conference final, and it's the Islanders, I actually think they're off to the Cup final. If I mean, the only thing that I will say is if they can continue to play this 60-minute team game with this exact system. I can't say no to that, but I think they'll run into this little Golden Knight team. But yeah, they'll definitely be in it. Definitely not going to say they won't be in it. I don't think Tampa matches up well with them. Personally, I think they'll really struggle. But again, they have to be perfect. That's the thing. They have to play this system perfectly. If they drop the ball, that's it. Like, that's it. Thanks to the people who just liked the video. We're up to 6 now, so that's so thank you for that. And we just got another subscriber. So thank you to whoever just subscribed. That really does help us out, unfortunately. Oh, Sorokin, yeah. Sorokin. Oh, man, is he going to be so good? I watched a lot of his highlight because I did a couple of videos on when all of those guys were being signed, Romanov and them, and I looked at some of the videos and some of the stats that he had, and you're just like, oh my god! Like, he had a 940 in a KHL final and like a 938 in a whole season. I mean, yeah, he plays on a good team, but like still. The one thing I like about him is he's extremely calm in that he doesn't look chaotic. Some goalies, you just kind of like, oh, what are we getting today? All right, still 2-0 in this game. We've just about gone 5 minutes. 15:40 to go in the second. But yeah, I really like the Islanders. I'm with Roy. Like, I don't necessarily want to say they're winning the cup, but they'll definitely be in it. I wouldn't want to verse them, but it just seems like it's the most frustrating. Like, you see the Flyers today, they were just losing their minds. Just absolutely losing their minds. Well, White Cloud. It's kind of cool that he's got a goal. So Vancouver is starting to get a bit of this chaotic. I mean, that's the way that they win, is if the game becomes chaotic and isn't played on the other team's tempo. No. Although they can switch it up and play a bit of a different style. It's just it leaves it open to goals being scored on them, right? It's more like I think if they get in behind in the first and the second, they can come back. But if it's in the third, I just think if they push too hard to score, that's their problem. Where, like, if you let in a goal early, as the Islanders, you know that you can play your style and squeak out another goal. It's just suffocating hockey. Like, it is. I've never seen a full team buy into a whole system before. The one thing I would say is if they win the cup, they would not repeat, because I don't think you could get a whole team to buy in again like this. Oh, the exciting new series, Tricksters, coming this fall. Oh, how exciting. Tell us more about the 20% more Kit Kat chunky in the Kit Kats. All right, so 14 minutes to go. Oh, Vegas with a chance. They go wide. Markstrom just looks, again, very chaotic. Doesn't seem to know where this puck is. Chelsea writes in, speaking of the Islanders, do you like Lee? Yeah. Not when he's versing the Penguins. He always scores against the Penguins. Yeah, I messaged this to my mates today. I'm curious what everyone else in the chat thinks. Is there anyone right now in the game that's better in front of the net than Anders Lee? I don't think there is. Oh, bouncing puck. I just feel like Vancouver might be able to eke out a goal here. Oh, wow. One of them just got dropped. It was that Beagle. Oh, no, it was on Hughes. Icing. Yeah, I think Anders Lee's definitely one of the better players right now going around, especially in front of the net. Again, here's a big reason why they can play this way, right? Because he just is able on the counterpunch to be able to score goals or on the power play, be the one out front of the net. It's like a more talented Hornquist, which is pretty high praise. Oh, it has gotten very cold in this apartment, and I don't know why. Oh, I just feel like, yeah, Vancouver's just starting to get it going. The last couple of minutes, if they let a goal in now, it will be. I think the puck went missing in a player. Stasny's starting to get going too. That was a player when I did the series preview that I thought would come up. Everyone's still answering questions and everything, as you all know. Otherwise, if you do subscribe, that does help us out. Otherwise, if you like this video, I think it should. I don't know. I don't know what it does. It just does something, and every YouTube person tells you to do it. Starting to get really hungry too. Oh God, Riddick. In Australia, we don't get any of the ads. We just because obviously I watch it on NHL.tv. I think I could watch it on KO. I think this game would be on KO, which is like our sports streaming service in Australia. But I won't. I've got the NHL TV. I'm happy with that. Oh, I don't know why it's so cold. It's quite sunny out there, actually. It just hasn't translated to the heat in the apartment yet, which is not good. It's currently in a little bit of a TV timeout right now, this game. But it's still 2-0. It's still Vegas. Vancouver's mounting something at the moment. I don't know what that something is, but it's something. I don't know what that something is, but it's something. Oh, I don't know why that made me chuckle. But we're getting there. But yeah, Chelsea, I do like Lee in front of the net. I do think that's the way to go for this team. It generates a lot of scoring for them. All right. Back into the game. 12 minute, 15 to go. I really want to get something to get like a score. Oh, wow. Marshall show. Oh, wow. Really good chances for Vegas. And Vancouver on the rush gets a shot from far out. Goal by Leonard. I would say he's better than Quick. It reminds me of that in just his presence and being calm at all the time, if that makes sense. It's just a really good goalie. Like that. There's just not. He's never out of position. He's never kind of like unsure of himself. Like if you look in this game, Markstrom looks a bit unsure about his positioning a little bit. It's never that. At least in the videos that I've seen of him. What do they do with Varlamov? But like that's the real interesting thing here. Also, be interesting to see what happens with Grice in the free agent market, because obviously they're not signing him. Oh, huge chance by Stone going on a backhand that went to the post near Pacioretty, and Pacioretty wasn't able to put it in. So the little Vancouver bit of momentum has not. His splits reminds me of Quick. Yeah. Hopefully there's a bit more longevity. Because what's the Varlamov deal? Yeah, Varlamov is $5 million for the next 3 years. So even if he has a good season and they go with Sorokin, like you can trade that contract. Hey Zach, how are you? Answering questions if you got any with hockey, mate, or anything in general, really. Ooh. There we go. Oh, how you going, Zach? Anyway, been a run of Russian goalies in the end. Yeah, it was kind of like Finland. It was all Finnish for a bit, but yeah, the Russian goalies are laying their claim. Because you got Gorgiev in New York as well. I just think Russia's got a bit better with the exports of late. All right, pretty much exactly halfway through the second period, halfway through the game, it is 20 shots Vancouver, 18 shots Vegas Golden Knights, which is pretty crazy, seeing that shots were 14-4 at one point. But mostly that was due to a power play where Lena made some amazing saves to keep that game, in their favor, 2-0. White Cloud with the second goal. Tuck on a breakaway after a while feed in front. And those are the difference makers right now. There's some good Russian players. Like, I mean, they just kind of had a bit of a bad run here for a while, but I think they're starting to get it together again in the North American game. I mean, we still blame Europeans if things don't go well, but for a team. Just look at Nylander. What is Canadian Tire? I've been to Canada a few times. What is Canadian Tire? I don't think they sell tires there, do they? They're just like a Kmart. Am I wrong at saying that? Canadian Tire. Let's take a look. Canadian Tire. Oh, it's not spelt like tire anyway. I always just thought they were like a tire company. Oh, there are very few goalies that are under 6 foot right now. It's like Saros, and that's it. It is the tall man's game. I think it's starting to go back down a little bit. Like you're getting away from your Markstroms. It's starting to head down a little bit, especially now that the gear is getting smaller. I've noticed that trend in the last year or two. Not by much, but wow, Canadian Tire just has everything. Oh, they do have tires. So there you go. God. Oh, so it's mostly like automotive tools and then just no, what is this place? Like it sells automotive stuff, but then like kitchen appliances and bikes? Bizarre. Yeah, so we have that. We call it Bunnings, but it only does home hardwares and it does camping gear, but nothing sporting goods and stuff like that. Like it just and kitchen appliances and stuff doesn't do that. It just seems odd. Just make up your mind on what you are, Canadian Tire, says Australian. It's like Walmart. Yeah. Yeah, it seems a bit like that, but it just no, I don't think it knows what it wants to be. Make up your mind, says Australian. I want a meeting with the CEO of Canadian Tire and I'll ask him for some money. I get like the one good thing about my apartment is we got a very big apartment. It's quite nice actually out there. But like out in front of me is like a good, not a busy road, but there's always people walking around. I just saw someone in Vancouver jerseys, so yeah, let's do that. That's a good game, Jess. Where are you from? Obviously, keep it general. We don't need people stalking other people, so I don't want like full addresses in there, but general areas. So I'm in Canberra, Australia. That's where I am right now. But I was born in a place called Mornington, which is just south of Melbourne, British Columbia, Canada. Which town? Or is the town called? I don't think there's a British Columbia in British Columbia. I could be wrong, but I hated Vancouver. That's the one Canadian place that I hated. I got off out of my taxi at my hotel and a homeless man spat in my face. And I mean like hocked one and just went whoosh, right in my face as I landed. And I was like, oh, William Carson had a great chance. And that was just the grossest thing I've ever had to deal with. It was kind of like just a whole like, we don't want you here. And I was like, I got the message. I'm leaving now. Is our province name called Kitimat? Okay, where's that near? Because I've kind of been up to like Victoria and a few of those other places. But yeah, I know it's the province name. Bessed got tripped, no call, shot it in the side of the net. It's still very Vegas this game, but oh, massive chance. Carrier and Reeves. This fourth line can generate a little bit. I like William Carrier. All right, they're getting that puck out. 6:20 to go. What about everyone else? Where is everyone else hailing from? Oh wow, 16 hours. Jeez, that is in the middle of nowhere. Let's take a look. Let's look at it. Matt. It's loading up. It's loading up. Whoa, that really is in the middle of nowhere. Oh, it's near Prince George. I've been to Prince George. It's not. I think that's the furthest north I've been is Prince George. Yeah, wow, that is starting to get to like. There's not much past that, is there? Yeah, that's oh boy, that's yeah. Where is the nearest McDonald's? That's how you know whether somewhere is in the middle of nowhere. How far is the nearest McDonald's? Oh yeah, it might be a reserve. I think it's a town. It didn't say reserve when I looked at it. But it is yeah, it is far. I'm surprised Google went there. That's what I'm surprised the most at, is that they've mapped it. No, it's not that far away. Oh, where is everyone else from? Let's get a hailing thing. We've got Kitimat. We've got Canberra, Australia, obviously. We had someone from Vancouver before that, which is unsurprising because obviously we're watching a game. Saskatchewan! No way! I love Saskatchewan. Don't ask me why. It's just the most random province, like Saskatchewan. Yeah, head out to Saskatoon. Some good places there. Like everyone's pretty good, pretty chill in Saskatchewan too. Great people. I never met a. What's the Scoro? I don't know what that is. Scro? Oh, is that Saskatchewan? Is that short for Saskatchewan? Oh, what's the score? I think that's what you're saying. What's the score? It's 2-0. We yeah, I thought it was like a weird abbreviation for Saskatchewan. I was like, I don't know what that is. It is 2-0. Sorry, I've been a bit lazy with the score the last little bit. It is 2-0. 4:35 to go in the game. Series tied at 1-1. Shots are 21-22 Vancouver's way, but that is slightly surprising because Vancouver was up 14 shots to 4 at one point. This entire play, this period, has been mostly outside of a 2-minute run by Vancouver, has mostly been Vegas playing a defensive style. And yeah, I got there, Gerald. And yeah, they're getting there. But I think it's Vegas's game. We'll see what happens in the third. But yeah, Vancouver need a goal. For those who are around, if you haven't subbed, it really does help out the channel. We're up to 165 now, so if you could, it does help us out. Otherwise, if you do have time and you have enjoyed it, like the video. I think it pushes up higher in the live stream category. So yeah. But either way, otherwise, we're just answering questions and running through stuff. So happy to do that. We're getting to the second intermission. I will leave the second intermission for like 2 or 3 minutes just so I can get something to eat. because I am starving. Oh, big shot from the point by Vancouver. Kind of bobbled up in front, but no one was able to get there. Horvat was around, but yeah, I think unless you see Vancouver get out front, I think they're going to struggle to win games this series. They just don't seem comfortable playing unless they have the lead. Ugh. Oh, it was a broken stick, so right. I thought it was just a terrible shot by Fenberg, but yeah. First time I haven't been able to find good streams for Vancouver. Yeah. Do you mean streams of the actual game or streams of people watching it? But thanks for stopping in. How are you doing? I said helps out. Someone just liked the video. Thank you for that. Again, it doesn't tell me who because the stupid streaming platform. Like, just why can't it tell me? That's good to hear. We're answering questions. You know, it can be anything really, but obviously if it's hockey related, that would be preferable. Oh, Vancouver. No, Vegas are about to go on the power play. Hughes is going to the box. He has not had a great game. Except she can't show the TV though. Yeah, I know. It's not great. I'm working on an API integration. So you know, when you go to like NHL.com and you see all the scores, it's not NHL that does that. It's a company. I'm not going to say who. I'm working with them to get an API integration so I can have that when I stream games. So in the top left or right hand corner. But I mean, that's still a few weeks away. Probably be more for when the season starts next season. But at least when you come, like, you'll see the scores and that. But yeah, it sucks you can't show it. Even if I showed if I got caught showing a second, they can just like take the whole channel down, and that would make me sad. Well, thank you for else like the video. We're up to so that I really do appreciate it. Again, doesn't tell me who. So if you want to let me know in the chat, I can thank you. Oh, we're up to 165 subs. So if you do sub, it does help us out. Plus, I do make a lot of hockey content. I do like these live streams, but these are probably the most enjoyable. My problem is I need to work out the whole, like, I get hungry at the end of the second period. It's me. Thank you so much for the for the like. I wish it told me. I got to work it out because in Australia, like, these games start at 11:30. I'm not hungry at 11:30, but I can tell you by 1:30 I start to get peckish. I don't want to have to leave in the second intermission and just like wolf my face full of food for 3 minutes. Just go. So I'll have to work something out. I'm actually I'm a Pens fan. I'll be honest. But I cover all the news for every team in the NHL. So I have a jersey for about 18 to 20 of the teams now, and we're working on getting more. I get 2 random jerseys a fortnight from Ben H Sports. He has an eBay store, and guy's an absolute beaut. So I pay for 2 jerseys. He doesn't tell me what the jerseys are. I just pay the invoice, and he sends them. But yeah, I got this. I think this was about a month ago. But I will say that Vancouver's been the most enjoyable team to watch this playoffs. So I've been thoroughly enjoying. Like, I've live streamed a lot of their games. Oh, Markstrom is doing pretty well this penalty kill. 10 seconds to go on the power play. 47 seconds to go in the period. Oh. So yeah, whenever I do news or anything on a team, I wear their jersey for it. They're just a fun team to watch because they're just chaotic. It's just good fun, and they're very likable. Like how can you not like Patterson right there? How can you not like him? But yeah, they're like the complete opposite of the Islanders. They're fun to watch. But yeah, I mean they've overachieved this playoff, so I think this might be the end. But it's great for their young team. Oh, here we go, power play! Oh, he shot it wide. Is that a penalty shot? No, it's the power play. Oh, Vancouver almost. If it was 2-1 going in, I would have given them a bit more of a run here. Yeah, Patterson just perfect feed. Besser just oh, it was Miller, sorry. That was Besser. Too many ER last names on this team. Oh, fourth power play of the game. They've got 20 seconds in this period to be able to put something in. And it's just too easy for Vegas to get it out. Too obvious. Too obvious. 3, 2, 1. And the end of the second is 2-0. They've still got about a minute and a half. Bro, gotta go. But thanks for the enjoyable stream. Staying up late at night for a hockey game. Peace. No worries at all. Thanks for stopping by. If you do sub, it does help us out. I do appreciate it. But otherwise, thanks for just stopping by. Keeping it going in the chat. All right, guys. I'm going to take this moment to have a bathroom break. If you are watching, write any questions in, and I'll come back and we'll answer them when I get back. But yeah, we definitely need to go to the bathroom and eat something. So yeah, and then we'll keep going with the stream. So I'll be going for a couple of minutes. But yeah, we'll keep it going. We'll keep it going. So thank you so much for sticking by, and yeah, we'll be back shortly. Oh. There we go. We're back. How's everyone doing? Just going to fill up the drink bottle. All right, got the water. I got some stuff in the oven. Got food in like 20 minutes time. All right, I'm looking forward to when this game gets going. Get to the period. I don't get why it's so cold in this apartment. Alrighty. Answering questions in the chat still, guys, if for those of you stuck around or if anyone's new. Otherwise, they can like and sub, and that helps us out. Up to 166, someone did just sub, so thank you so much for that. I have no idea. Like, this has been an absolute jetpack of a thing thus far. Just strapped a rocket to this. Oh. Open. Oh, thank you to whoever just liked the stream as well. I do appreciate it. If you want to let me know that who you were. Hi, I'm a new sub and a new like. Thank you, kid Joven. Yeah, no, thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. It's massive. Up to 166 now. It's just mind-boggling how quickly that's happened. But thanks for letting me know so I could thank you. How you going? It's just still the intermission. Oh boy, they're just watching some of these. Gord is definitely getting a suspension. The Pittsburgh Penguins. Pittsburgh Penguins are the team. But thus far, this playoffs, it's been the Vancouver Canucks. Been going for them. I do news videos and all sorts for every team. So I've got most of the team's jerseys now. And so I rep them. But yeah, I live stream the games on the weekends. And sometimes during the week if they're on early enough in Australia. But yeah. But right now, I've been really following the Vancouver Canucks just because, I mean, well, they're the most exciting team right now. What about yourself? What's your favorite team? We're still waiting on On the second intermission to be done. Then we can get into it. Vancouver Canucks, yeah. It's been a great off-season. Off-season. It's been a great postseason. It's so good to watch. I'm repping the I get 2 random jerseys that I buy from Ben H Sports every fortnight. So there's videos on the channel if you're interested. And I got this Patterson, got the sweet Patterson stick and rink jersey about 4 weeks ago, I'd say now. Those Adidas jerseys are just so comfortable. Where I am, Canberra, Australia, there's I would say there's more Vancouver jerseys than anything. Oh, no way! There you go. Is it the Adidas or is it a different one? Adidas, sorry. Adidas. I know everyone pays me out for how I say Adidas because in Australia we say Adidas. But yeah, no, it's such a good jersey. I mean, he's such a good player, right? Like I was so stoked when I got it. That was probably one of the better. I mean, I've only got great jerseys thus far. This is the best jersey I got. I'll show you the best one that I got. I got this last week. It's the 50th anniversary Buffalo Sabres Eichel jersey. And it's very limited. So there you go. And that's like the 50th. Oh no, where's the 50th? There it is. Up there. Is it showing it? Yeah, there we go. Vid if you can. Oh, all right. I'll check that out. Kid. Van sucks. Why do you say that? Oh, is it because you're a Bruins fan and everything sucks? Someone from Boston saying something that sucks. Wow, that's new. That's a new one. Been a tough series against the Lightning. Hasek's just not. Nah, go Vegas. Yeah, I think Vegas are going to win. I think they're going to win. As exciting as Vancouver's been this playoffs, you just look at Vegas and you're like, oh boy. They're just too good. I mean, they pretty much just played that. It's been such a weird game to analyze and talk about, mostly because all the questions that I've been getting have been about, like, what are the prospects for the Red Wings looking like? And you're like, oh, okay. But yeah, it's been a bit fuzzy thus far. Like the game's just kind of been all Vegas. We're out in 2 rounds. Yeah, I just don't think without Rask the Bruins are going to go too far. But I mean, Rask with his head in it. If Rask stayed, his head wasn't in it, so wouldn't have been great. Oh, I love interviews with players in between intermissions. I love hearing that they're going to get pucks in deep and play the game the right way. Oh, I would have not been able to survive not knowing that they were going to play the game the right way. Yeah, it's a really good jersey. I also he got me this one too, which was, again, I open these. It's every fortnight. I've got 2 more coming. So that was the 25th for the Duckies, and that's a really good jersey as well. But yeah, the Eichel jersey is just, I mean, I like this one. This is probably I also got a St. Pat's Matthews one as well. But this is probably the comfiest jersey. I would say that this is the comfiest jersey to wear thus far that I've had. That 50th anniversary. Vegas, Colorado, New York, and Bruins. Oh, I don't know about the Colorado one. I mean, I still want to say that they're going to get there, but I'll check out your channel, kid, after this. Obviously, when I'm done live streaming, I'll check you out. Oh, 167 subs. Whoever else just subbed, thank you so much for that. I do appreciate it. Unfortunately, it doesn't tell me. So, so I picked up a few today, which has been nice. Slowly growing this thing, but we're getting there. I'll comment on the video so you know I checked it out. I'll copy it because otherwise my monkey brain will forget that. Or friends and family. Well, I'll sub to you, so you're up to 20, mate. You got to start somewhere if you wanna start. I started with 0 like 2 months ago, up to 167 now, from nothing. 167 isn't anything crazy, by the way, but it's kind of cool for me. It's just weird because it's like made up of mostly like 3 fan bases. I got a lot of Ranger fans, a lot of Islander fans, and a lot of Vancouver fans. Those are the 3 that seem to slowly embrace me. I can smell what's in the oven. I can smell it. Yes, we're getting food. We're getting food. Yeah, kid. I don't think I have any friends and family that are subs of this. It helped that we had a podcast that was going for like 2 years, so we could get some of them on. But yeah, most of my friends and family don't even know I do this. What are you doing? Oh, there's another Vancouver jersey out there. There you go. I don't know why there's just Vancouver fans in Canberra, Australia. I don't understand why. Oh god, the Frosted Flakes things. That advertising must have worked on me because I subconsciously accidentally bought Frosted Flakes last weekend, and I was like, I haven't had them in ages. And then I saw the advertising for them during the week, and I was like, oh, I wonder if that's why. Just deep in my brain. Here we go. I do like Chris Cuthbert. They're all over the world. Vancouver fans are just, I would say Canberra is, and I don't know if it's just because the team's doing well, but at least where I live in Canberra, it's definitely Vancouver. It's not the same people that I see either. Like, I would say there's a good like 7 or 8 people with Vancouver jerseys. And when I wear this to the shop, if I say I do a stream or I do a video and I forget to take it off and I run down to the shops to go get batteries or something like that, I live really close to the shops, I'll get pulled over in a Vancouver jersey, but I won't in other jerseys. I mean, I have about 30 Pittsburgh Penguins jerseys and I wear them pretty regularly and no one says anything. Here we go. Power play. The puck is dropped. They've got a minute 17. They have to score here. Vancouver on the power play to get really a chance at this game. Again, Vegas gets a goodish scoring chance on the penalty kill, which is a bit worrying. All right, here we go. Oh, I think they just lost that chance to score before. That's a lot. What, a lot of Penguins jerseys? Yeah. 14 of them are Ollie Marta. I easily, with my playing days and moving around and all that, I think you're asking, do I stream on Twitch? I used to stream on Mixer and Twitch video games last year, but I tell you what, that is the worst thing that I ever did in my life. So streaming video games. I actually got a fair, like I got up to I think like 4,000 followers, 5,000 followers. It was just the grind of it is so hard. It's just the grind. Like I would stream 5 to 6 days a week. So I would finish work, have dinner, and then stream. And like you just stop being social. You stop. Oh, I think I was pretty good at it. Like I used to do WWE style wrestling. So I kind of had a character that was similar to my character in when I did that. Um, and just yeah, the grind of it, and just you really have just narrow vision, and everything comes about the streaming, and you just forget about your relationships and everything like that. Like so yeah, just one day I was like, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore. And then so I took some stock and I took some time, and I was like, well, what do I really want to do? And then so I started making these NHL news videos, and people started watching them, and I live stream on the weekends when I've got time and stuff like that. But obviously, like not after work and things like that. And yeah, and I've been having an absolute blast on this. And I think there's more to it than the video game stuff. Like I actually think how quickly I've got some. Oh boy, that was a big hit. There is a Riley Smith was shaken up there pretty massively, but he seems to be okay. But yeah, like you just I put on weight. Like it was just not good for me. Where like watching hockey is so great. All right, too easy. I can make the Canucks game tomorrow. Yeah, I should be streaming. Oh, it's a goal. Vegas Golden Knights gets a goal. It is 3-0. We're done. We are done. I reckon. And it's again, Vancouver didn't score on the power play. They get a goal scored on them. It's been a good power play all postseason, but yeah, Stone just ripped that thing. Jeez. Oh my goodness. That's not marksman. That's just a perfect shot. Oh, he loves it. He loves that shot. He's like, ooh, boy. Whoo! Did you see that? Did you see it? Who got the assists? Or is Sal's getting a penalty? Oh, wow. So now they're going on the power play, Vegas. I mean, it was a bit of a crappy call. Assist by Theodore and Smith. So Smith gets another point and keeps his playoff point a game. God, just crazy. For those of you still here, still answering questions and going through things. So if you got any, let me know. Have a chat. Yeah, Vegas are just happy to hold the puck. They know. Oh, another great Horvat with a great chance off a feed. by Miller, and again it is stopped by Lehner, and it is just the constant thread of just Lehner's been very timely with his saves. Yep, just a great. Markstrom's been a bit all over the net. Not that I don't think any of the goals were necessarily his fault, but this kind of hasn't looked comfortable. Lehner has. It's on here. 16:01 to go. Oh, my lunch is just about ready too, so we're in for a real treat as I get eating. Oh, Master Show with a bit of a chance. Wasn't a huge, like it was a bit out of reach for him. Another long shot. Great stop by Markstrom. Great stop by Markstrom. Hello from Siberia. Wow. Slava, how are you? That's a decent travel. That's what time is it there? I mean, it's got to be. Well, thanks for stopping in. Siberia time. Fine. Good to hear. Good to hear. Siberia time. Let's take a look. It is currently 4:27 a.m. I think. What are you doing awake? Why are you awake? I mean, I'm happy you're here. Don't get me wrong. But that's crazy. Well, I appreciate you coming in. I've just been answering questions all day. So if you've got any questions in regards to anything, it doesn't have to be hockey related. Obviously, I'd rather it be, but if it's not. Otherwise, if you wanted to sub, that does help us out, Slava. It does help us out a lot. But I'll leave that up to you. I think next break, I'm going to quickly run to the oven and get my lunch out, and then you guys will see me eat my lunch. So we're getting near to 2 p.m., and I am starving. All right, Pacioretty's back at the bench too, so no injury there. 3-0 with 14 minutes and 15 seconds to go. All right, I'm just going to quickly check. Oh, I really want a stoppage. The one time I want an icing, I'm not going to get one. I never want an icing in a game, except for like once when I need to go get something out of the oven. It's 29 shots to 26 Vancouver. I mean, Vegas's way. The surprising thing is that it was 14-4 at one point to Vancouver. So since then, it's 12 shots to 25. All right, there we go. There's an icing. I'm going to quickly head to the oven. If anyone's got any questions, put it in the chat. Otherwise, I'll be back in about 1 minute. Hi, Hajap. How are you? Sorry, I had to get lunch out of the oven. Oh, tell you what, it's been a long day. Sorry about your Vancouver Canucks, buddy. Excuse me while I eat. Actually, this might be too hot, but we'll find out. Yeah, that is too hot. Way too hot. Whew. I do apologize that I am eating, but I've gone a good 4 hours without eating. I didn't have much of a breakfast, so it was definitely going to happen at some point. I tried to survive. Tummy was making weird noises. Master Chef fires and gobbled up by Markstrom. Mark Stone's happy. I think they're just generally happy in their game, Vegas. Why wouldn't you be? You're in the driver's seat now. I wonder what Vancouver does now. I have a lot of cap room. Oh. Anyway, still answering questions, guys, in the chat. So if you got any, put them in. Keep the stream going. Oh, there's a thing on flower. I love that Master Show. Your dog's uglier than you. Dog's as ugly as you. Such a mean comment. Oh, Stone going for it again. They're getting there. They're definitely moving up. It's just all Vegas. I mean, Vancouver just need to win the next 10 minutes. Forget about this game. Try build a bit of momentum for the next. I mean, they had their chances. I think they'll be a bit disappointed in their play. Hi, Weston. How are you? How's things going, mate? Oh, Stevenson almost scoring. Vancouver's just trying to survive. Even though they're down by 3, they've just got nothing. Oh, Reeves getting it going in the box. Looks like we're going to an ad break, but Vancouver's going to the power play. I still don't think there's a huge chance for this team, but there might be something. How are you going, Weston, anyway? Oh, I hate these breaks. It's just nothing happening. Oh, what a day. What a day. Tell you what, I'm enjoying my little lunch here. Pigging out. Pretty excited for this game's ending. I think I'm going to go out for a walk. Seems like a lovely day out there, so definitely going to seize the day. They're just playing the power play stuff with the highlights showing what they're able to do to kill it off. How? Here we go. All right, here we go. Still getting there. 7 minutes to go. Power play, 44 seconds. Just looks like it's done. Nothing going with this power play. It's just been all Vegas the last 2 periods. Another chance at a shot. Stasny getting a real good little bit of a look, and they've killed off the penalty. 6:40 to go, or just about 6:40. 6:40 now to go 3-0. They just haven't been able to get many shots on that. Vancouver at any real threatening rate. Getting the music going, getting it all pumping. I think I definitely learned not to eat during these streams anymore. I just couldn't help it today. I should have managed my time a bit better. All right, we've still got 6 minutes to go. Again, still just it's just all Vegas. Tough live stream this one to be talking about, just because it's just been all Vegas outside of the start when Vancouver had some really good chances. But yeah, at one point they were up, Vancouver, in shots 14-4, and now they're down 33-27. So they've got 13 shots to 28 since that time. So it's just been very much Vegas since then. Ugh. But yeah, answering questions in the chat. So if anyone has any, let me know. Otherwise, if you like and subscribe this, it really does help us out, especially the sub side of things. We're growing. We're up to 167 now, I think. Let's take a look. Yeah, 167. Oh, I'm so glad I got something to eat, but yeah, this game looks like it'll be Vegas's. They play tomorrow. So, yeah. So I'll be interested to see how they go on the back-to-back. I think that's where the goaltending of Vegas comes in handy here. Updated schedule. Yeah. So they play tomorrow, as do the Flyers and Islanders, and Colorado and Dallas. So, oh boy, some good games tomorrow. Key games in some series, especially the Colorado one. It's either 3-1 or 2-2. All right, that's my lunch. There's my lunch. 5 minutes to go. Still 3-0. Vegas currently have it in the offensive zone, holding against the wall. Oh, wow, trying to get it through. Can't really do too much. And it goes turnover. It goes to Vancouver, who haven't really been able to do too much. But I can't see there's any comeback or anything that's going to change this game. I'm surprised that wasn't icing, but anyway. 4 minutes 20 to go. I wonder if Vancouver's going to pull their goalie. Tanev throwing a bomb from the point, but nothing there. Didn't go on net. That seems to be the common thread here, is they're just hitting the glass a lot. Guys, if you're just joining, answering questions until obviously the end of the stream. Yeah, whether it involves this game, hockey in general, anything really. Still Vancouver with it. Another block shot. It's just nothing gets through. Ooh, whoever blocked that's in a bit of oopsies. Reeves, great pass to Stevenson. Oh, man, that fourth line really gets it going, eh? And it's icing. 3 minutes 18 to go. Oh, just looking at that block shot. Oh, that hurts. That stings. Wow, there's a stat. Every time Leonard has beaten the Vancouver Canucks, it has been in a shutout. I'm not jinxing him. That's stat. Bit more brouhaha, down to 2 minutes 47. Start with a brouhaha. Let's just get this game done. Just going through the Robert Leonard highlights now. .247, Vancouver not pulling goalie, so they're not trying it. They're not. Doesn't look like they're going to try it, which is interesting. Come on, drop the puck. Oh boy, my stream just froze. No, yeah, I'm still there. Guys, if you're in the chat, say hi. Ask any questions you've got. Been answering them all day. But yeah, Vancouver's up. Getting through it. Oh, it's an empty net now. So Vancouver waited for 2.5 minutes to pull their goalie, down by 3. So Vancouver now trying to do an absolute miracle. It was a good little chance there, but Besser just couldn't link up. Patterson with a shot. Goes off Stone into Leonard. Leonard was happy. I mean, Stone was happy he got that because he accidentally deflected it. Here we go. Master Show able to get it out of the zone. It's a minute 40 now. Still the net's empty. Bit of a save. Shot down the ice, and it is going to be icing. Just a little bit wide there. Bit of a chance for an empty net. Bit of a chance. Guys, if you're in chat, say hey, so I know you're there. Otherwise, if you haven't subscribed, we're kind of winding down, and it does help out if you do. Helps out the channel, keeps us all moving. And I really do appreciate it. So yeah, if you do get a bit of time, you don't hate what you're seeing, I would appreciate it. Canucks with another chance, and Leonard just pops it up. Just catches it out of midair. Like a fish. A fish just getting a bug out of the water. Just popping up and just grabbing it. Still empty net. Minute 23 to go. Looks like Vegas is going to go a 2-1 series lead. But still a bit to go. You never know. Miracles do happen. I don't think they're going to happen, but they do. I mean, this would be like, I think, the quickest 3 goals in playoff history if they scored 3 in a minute 20. Hugh off the post with the shot from Tanev. Hits the shot. Nothing happens. And another icing. Minute 5 to go. Man, they're really stalling out this game. Oh, no, it was Vatanen. So it was Tanev. It was never going in. It was outside high of the post. So it wasn't like it was the middle of the post or anything. It was quite on the outside. Final minute to go. 55 seconds. And getting the puck out. Game 4 tomorrow night. So that'll be interesting to watch. 37 seconds to go. Vegas, I kind of want an empty net goal here just to pad up some people's stats. It's a bit of a scrum out in front. Puck loose. An absolute bomb from Edler. He was able to load that thing up. Tuck gets it free. 7 seconds to go. And Robert Lehner is going to get a shutout. And that's the game. 3-0. It was after the stream's done. After the stream's done. Robert Lehner with a shutout. Oh, boy. Great effort from him. It was the main reason they won that game. Well, they outplayed them outside of that first little bit. But that first bit, he was great. Didn't let them get ahead. And, yeah, gets a well-deserved shutout. So round of applause for Lehner. That's definitely the It's Hockey Night first star of the game. I think first star to him. I don't know who to put as second and third. Maybe Alex Tuck. I liked his game. I didn't mind Stone and Riley Smith. Theodore. Yeah, I think Theodore, third star. Tuck, game-winning goal, right? Maybe put Whitecloud in there. Yeah, I'll put Whitecloud in there. No one's expecting him to score a goal. All right, guys, that is going to be the stream there. If you are still here and you haven't subscribed up, please go do that. Like I said, it really does help us out. I really do appreciate it. Everyone that has been here, we grew this thing from 160 to 167 today in a very short amount of time. I appreciate everyone that's come in and asked questions, kept the stream going. You have no idea how boring this can get if there's no one in the chat. So it's really because of you guys that this was anywhere near entertaining. So I do appreciate it. Vegas go up in the series 2-1. They play tomorrow. But yeah, otherwise check out some other videos that will be coming out shortly. I think that might be it for the day, but we'll see. I might get another video. I might do a video today. We'll see how we go. But usually on Sunday, I only really live stream. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, everyone. Stay safe. Thank you and bye.